Hey folks, David Parsons here. Our News Trap episodes are for subscribers only, but I wanted to share this quick bit from Justin last week because it was such a great point about the whole dog eating thing. And I know we'll be talking about this more. So please check this out and all of our stuff on Patreon. The link is in the episode description. We appreciate it. Here's Justin.
The crisis to come isn't a political crisis, it is a religious crisis.
Mm.
And the laws these people obey aren't the laws of the state. The laws they obey are the laws of God. And what's happened is the law that they truly believe in, this God law, is kind of one they're making up around their Christ King, which is Trump. And like the new word of Christ is Trump saying they're killing the pets. And so that's another reason why no one can deny it, especially people like Vance. Like the side commentary is like, well, that was unhelpful,
Right,
but Vance
right.
is like, they are killing dogs. I know it because of those phone calls. Like
Mm-hmm.
Vance is like doubling down because you have to double down on this stuff because in some ways it's inviolable. It can't be challenged. It's scripture written in real time. And so even though in 40, 50 years it might not carry the same kind of weight, it does carry that weight now. And so that it's not just a battle for the state, it's a battle for the soul. And so when you look to these fleshed politics that are like, declaring war for the like eternal future, declaring war for like the health of the family's soul,
Mm-hmm.
you start to realize that these are like apocalyptic days and nights. These are
Yeah.
apocalyptic concerns, apocalyptic anxieties. And again, the last thing I'll say there is in terms of that mirror image of the fundamentalisms of what we kind of stereotyped as jihad. Jihad means a lot of things, obviously. But in terms of like the 9/11 stereotype of jihad, this idea that it's always violent, it's not just about spiritual cleansing, spiritual purity, but it's about a violent attack on non-believers, like that kind of
Mm-hmm.
distorted wing of bin Laden. These folks are real close to that. And what's crazy about it is they're not going back necessarily to the good book or listening to like particular church authorities. They're listening to like Candace Owens. They're listening to
Yeah.
Nick Fuentes,
Right.
and they're listening to Trump, who himself isn't even Catholic, in order to kind of get their marching orders. But here's the scary part, dude, and also in order to give their marching orders. And I just think that anyone who minimizes this or anyone who only laughs at it is in trouble. And for all the people who like sit there and listen to these comments and think to themselves, the Trump comments, I mean, and say like, he's just fucking senile and insane. You can't stop your thinking there. Trump is in some ways a puppet of the movement.
Yeah.
And the movement now believes its soul is at stake.